Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we're doing our shaky cam interior review in a BMW X5. This is the plug-in hybrid, so it's the eDrive model. This is a 2016, and it's remarkably good. I wasn't sure what to expect from a BMW plug-in. I know they have several electrified vehicles now, but I have not personally driven one until now. After a week in this, I think BMW is on a very good track with their hybrids. I really enjoyed this big SUV. So there are a few things that are missing in here. The price tag on this particular package is roughly $70,000, and there are things that I would expect to have in a $70K luxury SUV that are not in here. I'll point those out as we go because most of them are driver convenience items. So let's get started. You have, yes, I'm barefoot. Get over it. You have your controls here for windows, mirrors, etc. Over here you have headlights and so forth, fog lamps there, auto, and etc., etc. Over here, this is the dashboard dimmer, and so you can have like a night and day setting. I kind of like that. Door locks are up here, kind of tucked in the corner, so you have to get used to reaching way over and up in that corner to hit them, but it's not really that big of a deal because this has the keyless entry package, which is standard for the X5, and that unlocks the doors when you grab the handle and stuff. Vents here, I like the dual vent. I like the round vents a lot, which BMW has perfected, especially in the Minis, but I really like the dual vent here because you can aim one, in one direction down or over or whatever, and the other one different direction, and it gives you a lot of play with your airflow. Moving on, let's go to the steering wheel first. This will be the first of the things that is missing in this vehicle, I think. So over here you have cruise control. Notice there is no adaptive cruise. For the price paid for this vehicle, I kind of would expect to have that on this, but it is not there. Otherwise, pretty good cruise control. Works like any other BMW's cruise control does. So you can do your mileage up and down one at a time, or you can shove it hard and get 5 miles, jump to the nearest 5. So over here is your sort of infotainment controls. So you have your telematics down here, voice activation here, which is pretty useful. BMW is pretty good at this. Then you have your mode control, volumes here, and menus up and down. Now when you use this to control the infotainment up there, it also pops up right there. So if I do something here, you'll see that pops up right here, and you can do selections in there. Keeps your eyes on a little more on the road. Kind of a nice feature. I like that. Over here you have your washer wipers. It's a little bit complicated. You have to get used to using them. So it's European, so up creates the control, and down is the quick, right? One off. This right here controls the back window. So you twist it like this to make the back window wiper move. And then here is the automated windshield wipers, toggle on and off. One thing that to note, just like we've noted in other BMWs, when you toggle it here, when you shut the vehicle off, it forgets that toggle. So you have to toggle it every time. Kind of annoying. In some ways defeats the purpose of having automated wipers. Coming up here we have the dashboard, or the instrument cluster, and it's kind of a wide cluster, so I'm going to have to move the camera a little bit to get it. But over here's fuel. So you can see I've gone 382 miles, and I've used not quite 3/4 of a tank. That's pretty dang awesome, I would say, considering the size of this vehicle. The tank is not very large in this. They shrink the tank a little bit to make a space for batteries. Over here you have the engine heat. Over here you have your speedometer. Over here your tachometer. And then you can see I have it in, this shows you the state of the battery. So state of charge right there and so forth. You can change what's on there using your mode control, which I showed you earlier. And then over here you have the lighting dongle. But really quick, I want to show you a couple of the modes. You can flip through modes. There's Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. Eco Pro is efficiency oriented. Comfort is more about comfort on the road. It softens the steering wheel response and softens the transmission a little bit. And then you have Sport, which makes it a little more reactive and cares a lot less about battery usage. How's that? That's probably the best way to put it. And you have a fast eDrive mode you can push. There's Auto eDrive and Max eDrive and Save Battery. Auto eDrive, currently we're in Max eDrive. You keep pushing the button for it. I'll show you where those are. And so we're in Max eDrive Sport, which means it maximizes the use of the electric drivetrain. But in Sport mode, it's not going to worry so much about how much battery you're saving. Then you have Save Battery, which it runs on the engine and lets the battery sit. That's so that when you get close to home or you pull into your quiet neighborhood or whatever, you can switch over to battery and run battery only and be quiet. Auto eDrive is basically just automatically decides what's best for the vehicle, for the driving situation you are currently in. So those are the drive modes there. Kind of cool. And there's really nothing else to show you on this instrument cluster, but you can see, hopefully you were watching and you saw things change over here as we did that. Then when we come over here, I'm going to show you, here's the push button start, more vents, and here's the big infotainment screen. So when you do the different drive modes, it shows different information up there. So just jump into the eDrives really fast. Now you can see which one we were in there. And then comfort mode, there you go. Kind of gives you an idea what's going on. Otherwise, this is BMW's usual screen. So you have your usual controls with a big command knob down here. I like this screen. It's nice and wide. They've gone to these wider screens. A little easier to use, much easier to read and work with. Also, they have a very good backup camera. It's very clear. Really surprised how clear that is. I really like it. So that's the infotainment there. It's pretty easy to use. I'll show you the control knob, but for the most part, everything in here is what you expect, with a couple of exceptions, and that would be what you can change as far as the what's going on with the hybrid system. But most of that is presets, so you really don't have much to work with if you need to make a lot of changes. Well, if you want to make a lot of changes, you're going to have to page through a lot of menus. But another bonus is you have your owner's manual right there on this thing. So, bam! No flipping through pages. Anyway, keep moving. Vents here. Here is your parking radar and hazard lights. Down here, climate controls. You can do climate control through there, but this is way easier, and I really like it because it's simple. So you push this for auto. You have dual auto. You can sync them here. You have heated and cooled seats. So here's the cooling, here's the heating. Same over here. Fan speed and so forth. You turn it off right here, so one touch shuts all the climate off. I have it off right now so it doesn't interfere with the speaker on the camera. Down here you have your audio controls. These are pretty straightforward. Presets here, tuning here, volume here, etc. Mostly I've been using that to control audio just because it's easier. And also when you're driving, say you're streaming off your Bluetooth or something, you can use the steering mounted controls to change it. So you use this right here and that will change your songs and whatnot for you. Just FYI. Down here you have your you have what was probably an ashtray when it was in Europe and 12 volt there. Cup holders here, bourgeois cover right there. Shifter, standard BMW shifter, so you push the button and move it to where you want to go. Push that button to park. Move it over to manually shift. Down here, this is what I was talking about. So, traction control there, parking here, parking radar, camera, and hill descent. These are the driving modes, so sport, comfort, etc. You use these to go up and down. It pages through a excuse me, pages through a small menu. This is the eDrive button, so that changes the drivetrain configuration to go with whatever you have here. Electronic parking here, auto for there. This is the command knob for that. Infotainment. It's the usual BMW command knob, so the top of it's a touch screen, so you can enter information manually. Here is pretty basic menu buttons. Main menu right here is what we've been looking at most of the time that I've shown you that, and back and so forth. Over here, a nice little cubby for kind of drop and change, things like that. Then you have your armrest. This is the dual armrest. This has the whatever it's called, adapter for your phone, and just a pretty standard setup here. I like the dual opening because then you can open one side, have stuff in there, and still have an armrest. This has a wonderful leather seating package, vented and heated, of course. Very, very nice. I like the interior in here. They have multiple layers, different and very, very nice textures and materials going on. I really like the stitching. I really like the black contrasting with the kind of a brownish gray color in the wood, a mahogany look, and just a great look, a really pretty car. I like the interior a lot. The back seats are excellent, good sized for adults, and you can get kids back there, of course. I really like the layout of the of this SUV. The tailgate, another nice bonus. Just a well-designed SUV here. There are a few quirks. Like I said, there is no adaptive cruise. There is no, also I should add, there is no lane keeping or lane keep assist in this. There's just a handful of small things that are becoming kind of the standard in the luxury market that I don't see in this. And at $70,000, I'm a little disappointed because most of that price seems to me to be the plug. And honestly, while that boosts fuel economy, I don't see a return on investment there. You're going to have to add a lot of technology, and that's going to cost a lot of money. So I'm just not as impressed as I could be, but I still really enjoyed driving this. Has a lot of get up and go. Just drives really well. It's definitely a BMW. Really enjoyed this X5. So for Aaron on Autos.com, this has been Aaron, and we've been looking at the 2016 BMW X5 eDrive plug-in hybrid. All right. Talk to you again soon.